Welcome back, everybody. So I jumped back into Star Citizen 315 with a different outlook and a different approach to it, and I would suggest that most of you coming in as newbies and beginners, or maybe you're coming back in having played some of the previous builds to the game, do this and follow these steps so you can have an easier time and not get super frustrated like I did when I first jumped into 315. So these are the steps I kind of took to kind of keep my sanity while going into the way the game is meant to be played now. If you're starting off at Lorville or Area 18, which are the more, I guess, suggested places to start off in the game now, when you start off, try to do jobs. This is going out towards people that kind of have a gist already of how to play the game. You've gotten past the beginner things, all that. Try to stay local to your home area with jobs. Try to do jobs that aren't going to get you killed right away. If you're comfortable with doing bounties, flying bounties, not on the ground bounties, but ship to ship bounty hunts, try to knock some of those out. But just try to kind of get your money going first, to try to buy stuff that are necessity to kind of get you going, and do these things and do them local. Try to make sure you're getting jobs that are local to your home area, so when you die, it's not that big of a deal. Also, for those that don't understand the regeneration point thing, if you do happen to go farther away from your home area, just make sure you're hitting up a hospital right away. You're going and getting a room, and you're going to the computer, creating your new regeneration area, and then that's like almost kind of like a second home now. When you die, this is where you will regenerate. It's kind of like a smaller second home for your character to respawn at. It'll save you a lot of frustration. Make sure you be very careful with yourself. The build is really good. I played 12 hours without a single 30k, no crashes, no real big problems. Most of the problems that came up for me were mission problems, and I think once CIG kind of handles the bugs with some of the missions, and it's mostly delivery missions because that's what I was trying. The bounty missions, nothing wrong with the bounty missions. But the delivery missions, a lot of the boxes, sometimes they just deactivate. Sometimes you can't pick up a box. Sometimes you can't deliver the box. So, and then it just, I think I got about 5 or 6 deliveries done out of like 15 that I tried to do. So, it's a thing. They need to fix that. But everything else ran really smoothly, didn't have too many glitches. I died running down some steps a couple of times. That kind of sucked. When the wind blows you off the steps and then you just die majestically. And yeah, some silly things, bugs, weird things that happen. But for the most part, doing this, sticking by the concept of staying local to your area and doing jobs that aren't going to get you killed if you decide to go on the ground down to Daymar or any dangerous missions where you're dealing with on the ground opponents or anything like that on foot. Make sure you got a good set of armor. Make sure you're 100% ready to go. Suggestion is to not go by yourself. If you wrap your mind around it, in a video game world, sure, you could go down on the ground, maybe 1 or 2 people, and get something done. But now Chris Roberts, I think, wants players to think of a situation as a real deal kind of a thing. If you're going down to secure a cave that has 15 AI in it that are looking to take you out if you get in their way, it's suggested to have a squad go in. You don't want to go in with just 1 or 2 people. Try to get 4 people, set it up. One of you has a heal gun ready to go to make sure that everybody's going to get out of the situation alive for the most part. Now, here's my feedback to that. Sure, even in real life, if there is a hostile inside of a house, and he has hostages, they send in an entire squad team for that guy. That's just how it works in real life. So the thing is you're getting paid for these jobs, right? So if you're going into a planet with like Daymar, down into Daymar's cave, and there's 15 people down in there ready to kill you, and you bring a squad of 6, 7 people down into that cave, well, the cost isn't worth it. You know, they need to up the payout on these kinds of missions to where everybody in the squad is getting a nice cut of money. That way the players are more encouraged to take the mission to go down there and do it, right? You need for stuff that is kind of meant for bigger groups and squads and whatnot. Sure, I know some of you can get down there, you do it solo, but the thing is most players aren't going to want to take that chance just in case, you know, 1 or 2 people and somebody doesn't have a heal gun or a glitch happens and the one person can't heal the other person. You want to have more than 1 person or 2 people there to, you know, alleviate the situation. Okay, well, the other person can't fix it. Can you fix it? You know, that kind of thing, to make sure the 2 heads, 3, 4, 5 heads are better than 2. You know, you just want to make sure there's no problems. But in this case, they need to up the payout so people are getting a reasonable amount of cash at the end of the job, you know, for that reason, to make sure that there's people okay on the mission. But that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, I played for about 12 hours yesterday on stream, had a good time, not really any problems, kind of keeping safe, make sure I'm keeping my character safe. I had a few weird deaths, but I haven't been taking much with me, so I didn't lose too much. That's another thing, is players are just afraid to take a lot of stuff with them now. I'm afraid to take items that I would love to wear normally out on a mission, because I know that I'll die and then I'll be discouraged from putting anything on other than the undersuit and the helmet that you're usually given. But other than that, you know, I would like to see a kind of a way for the devs to encourage people to start wearing stuff again and not being too afraid to just die and you know, take the hit. But it's not really happening right now. But other than that, I mean, 315, I'm warming up to it. I didn't have any major problems. I really love how stable the servers are now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They just got a few mission bugs to get out of the way and all that good stuff. But other than that, 315's coming along. The second day, I absolutely did not have as much frustrations as I did the first day. And then, you know, the previous video, that was pretty much my experience. But other than that, it's good. I'm warming up to it, you guys. I'm warming up to it, having fun. And I am ready for IAE. I will see you guys there. Have a good one. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.